Welcome back, everyone, to the topic of the week. And the topic of the week this week is addiction. So I'm focusing on this topic quite a bit recently because I think there are a lot of us that are suffering or have suffered from and need continuous support. It is a difficult journey to go on if you are becoming clean or sober or letting go of all of that old baggage and stuff. So during this video, I will give a few coping mechanisms and what I would also do in a hypnotherapy session and an energy clearing session, which I have now added to my expertise. Because when we have emotions, when we have traumas, they are trapped in our physical body, and there needs to be an energetic flow that is able to flow through your body for you to be able to be in balance, right? So when we use, when we consume, when we obsess about this substance, this is our only goal. We think, how can I get this drug? How can I get this substance without anybody noticing? First of all, there's a lot of secrecy, there are a lot of lies, and if we lie and we keep secrets, we feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, and we are consumed with guilt, and the guilt causes anxiety, and the anxiety causes us to feel unsafe. The feeling of being and feeling unsafe makes us want to use all over again. So as you can see, this is a vicious cycle that just continues on. Life isn't easy. Life is full of hurdles, full of pain, and the pain is there for a reason. It is there for us to grow. It is there for us to confront it, to acknowledge it, to honor our younger selves, to look it straight in the eye and to be able to say, I accept this. This was what happened to me. This is an experience that hurt me. But now, I live in this moment now. I'm not a 5-year-old, I'm not 7, I'm not 12, I'm not 15 years old anymore. And I'm able to let this go. So, one of the biggest causes for us to develop this need for something is this belief that we don't feel like we are enough as we are. This could include that we don't feel good enough, smart enough, that we don't feel like we're valuable or worthy enough for someone. And a tiny little comment from your child, from your parent, from a friend could set that huge wound off, and you think, I'm doing great, I don't need this substance, and then suddenly you hear this one little thing which may not even be such a big thing. Maybe you weren't invited to a party because they thought you couldn't come, so they didn't bother. But you instantly think, I'm excluded, I'm rejected, I'm not worth it, they don't want me, they don't like me, and the spiral of negativity is on a roll. And you're back into that mindset of, I am worthless, I'm worth nothing. How do you prevent that? Because it's great for me to make you aware of all of these issues, and then like, and now what, Lelia? How do I deal with this when this comes up? So I would love you, if you feel comfortable in doing so, to choose a moment, a time, a date, a place where you feel safe, maybe in your room, to sit down on your bed and to ground yourself first of all. So place both feet onto the ground. Just become aware of your surroundings. Remind yourself, I am here in my bedroom. My name is Lelia. The walls are blue. I'm wearing black, and this is my gold chain. And the reason why you do this is because you want to bring yourself into the now. So as we are going to, in a moment, we're going to get you to close your eyes and imagine you as a child. And if you don't have very clear memories, then I would recommend that before you do this exercise, that you go and look at some pictures of you when you were young. Maybe around 5 years old is a good age, because there tends to be quite a lot of stuff around that age. It's also a very easy age to remember. When you're 2, we struggle to go back. Unless you're in hypnosis, then you can obviously go back to memories of the age of 2 and 1 and even into the womb. So once you have done that, you now have a clear image of what you looked like. I'd like you after you've grounded yourself, to just take a moment, close your eyes, and imagine that little child, this innocent little child, sitting right in front of you, could be sitting next to you, and just allow your imagination to flow. You can imagine that this little child is on your lap, that you're holding its, hers, or his hand. And I'd like you to just look at each other for a moment and really just take in the beauty, the radiance, the innocence of this child. And if some emotions come up for you, whether they are sad, whether you smile, whether you want to cry, then take that moment to just do so. I'd like you to ask that little child, and don't think about anybody else, and if you feel silly or not, it doesn't matter. This is for your benefit, for letting go of the past. I'd like you to continue to have this image of this child in front of you. Ask that child, are you happy? What makes you sad? And just listen. Take a moment and allow the response to come to you. I'm not sad. I'm not happy. Sorry, I'm not happy because mommy and daddy always scream at me. I don't feel like I do well enough. I feel like everyone thinks I'm a failure. Try and, as you ask these questions, be compassionate with yourself. To be compassionate with this little child, because this little child is living within your heart at all times. Every time you get triggered, you're a child again. Every time you get angry, you're a child again. That's why we have some tantrums that are inexplicably mental, because we think, why did I just get so angry? Because someone ignored me. Why did I get so angry? Because someone didn't respond to me immediately. Why am I so irritable? There's a reason. You're turning back into your younger self, and that younger self needs to be honored. So if you don't get any answers, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes it's not the right moment, and that's okay. Sometimes we're overanalyzing and we feel a little bit silly, so the answers don't flow. What the goal and the mission of this technique is to find out what limiting beliefs you may have about yourself that sometimes we're not as aware of. Okay, so as you've done this exercise, and if you don't get the answers, just continue to look at this little child, hug it, and imagine that you're holding it, and just tell it these words. In this very moment, I am becoming a loving parent to you. In this very moment, and at all times, I listen to you because you are worthy. You are worthy of my time and attention. In this very moment, and to the end of time, I will listen to you because you are worth it, because you are valuable. You have always been more than enough in every single way. And allow yourself to just carry on sharing these thoughts, these kind words with this child. I'd like you to really speak to it as if you were speaking to a 5-year-old, as if you were speaking to an innocent child. Apologize to it for the harm that you've done to the body. But have compassion as you apologize, as you say, I'm so sorry what I've put you through. I'm so sorry that I keep harming you and me over and over again. Every day I'm trying harder. I'm committing to becoming better. And I have compassion and empathy for you and for me. And however you would like to finish this technique, you can just allow your thoughts to go blank. Allow this beautiful child to flow within your heart. If you're not ready for any of that, you can just gently open up your eyes and come back to your full awareness. So this is something that you can do every day. This is something that you can do whenever you feel ready to confront this little child, because when we feel guilt, we berate ourselves. But no one can be nastier than us, especially with addiction. Wow, we are horrendously nasty to ourselves. It's very painful, and I used to be one of those. The amount of insults I'd say to myself on a daily basis for something very simple. I'd forget a bottle of water to put in my son's bag, which, you know, isn't the end of the world. They do have water in school, but, you know, for me, that was the big, I'm failure, you're a terrible mother, you are worthless, how dare you, my child. It's horrendous. That needs to stop. So I'm going to give you another task, another little technique. Every day, I'd like you to take a moment. If you can do a minute, great. If you can do 10 minutes, even better. To again close your eyes and to just have compassion for yourself. Just compassion. Whatever thoughts come up, I want you to see as if you're seeing your best friend really suffering, trying their hardest to get clean, to get sober. And they're trying so hard, and they're making mistakes, they're failing at times, and they're doing really bad stuff. They're having bad thoughts, but you see them for their essence. You see that beautiful person that you are for trying really hard. You want to get clean, you want to get sober. It's not easy. If it were so easy, then everyone would be doing it continuously, and it'd be a walk in the park, and everyone would be alcoholics and addicts, and then they'd stop like that. It doesn't work like that. There's a reason for it. So just have compassion. Say kind words as if you're talking to your best friend who's really, sorry for my chair, who's really suffering, and you'd say things like, it's okay. I know you're trying your best. Yes, you fucked up. Yeah, that's all right. We all do. You're human. We make mistakes. It's okay, buddy. I got you. Whatever it is and whatever words, I'm just saying what I would say, right? But that could be completely different to you. But this berating and insulting, how could you not stop? Look at what you've done. Look at your children. You've messed them up. Or not children. Look about your friends, your girlfriend. You've left. No. That is enough. You're going to hear that from maybe from others. Right now, this moment of compassion is there to give you love. And whenever you hear and feel that guilt, try and tap into that feeling of compassion. I support you. I'm proud of you for even watching this video, because your willingness to want to change is already an accomplishment, okay? Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. They aren't on that journey. A lot of people who haven't been influenced by addiction don't understand. Choose very wisely who you share relapse with, who you share any forms of struggle with, okay? Because they won't understand, and you won't get the compassion that you may seek. You won't get that understanding, and that will hurt you. And what will that do? Make you use again. We don't want that. I have compassion. I have compassion for me. I have compassion for you. If you'd like to talk, if you'd like to share, you want to unburden yourself, you want to start this journey for sure, for real this time, feel free to contact me. Go onto my website, leliahypnosis.com, and I will be able to support you emotionally, and we can go through this together. Because if I can do it in the state that I was in, dying every day, and that's no exaggeration, I don't say this for pity, I say this because it's a fact, then you can do it too. I believe in you, and I'm proud of you. Most importantly, you should be proud of yourself. Take care. Have a wonderful day.